All right, welcome, Masculine Geek number. This is actually number 200. This is kind of cool. So
Awesome.
Fireside Chats. This is originally going to be Drew Bay's D&D campaign, but that motherfucker is sick yet again. For a man who exercises as part of his life, he's sick more than preschool children.
Yeah,
That's unbelievable. He's got the
it's almost
constitution of
amazing.
a 5-year-old.
I mean, sick more than me, the fat guy.
I know, right?
I was going to say, all right. So we reach the bottom of this cave, and you see that the rock goes from being a rough-hewn wall to obviously being carved by man. Not nearly as nice as a dwarf, but men, maybe orcs. And as you get to the bottom of the staircase, oh God, there's a
Oh God!
Look at this. Speaking
What?
of dwarves,
hey Cappy.
what's up there, Aaron?
Hey guys, friends. Vince.
Fucker. It's not. It warms my heart. There you go. $20 is $20. It warms. That's one of my.
I ain't sucking your dick.
That's not what he told us. So it warms my heart to see that blue rubber band around your microphone.
It does, doesn't it? Yeah.
Well, it matches the lighting in his room. So that's the great part.
It does. How have you been, Aaron? How have you been?
Really busy but good. And unfortunately, sick past week.
You and Drew. Drew's sick too. That's why we're not playing D&D tonight.
Yeah. No, I got a cold, and no, things are going well, but just I am definitely moving on the angle of I could see where retirement is, and kind of limiting the amount of work I do to like 20 hours a week, like just kind of.
Okay.
Now, of that 20 hours, is that still doing your shows?
Well, it almost it'd be like doing only asshole consulting, and maybe my shows.
Okay.
Yeah, and that'd be it. That'd be like no writing books, because books bang out. That's at least 80 hours a week to get them quickly done. I mean, I'm sure I will, but after the house and moving and flying and this and that and that and this, I'm like, this work stuff is starting to get to me. It's starting to. So I could see taking like a good 2 weeks off and doing nothing.
Now, did the last
that's as opposed to doing what?
Well, not too long ago was 40 hours a week on the house and 40 hours a week like doing asshole consulting and all the other stuff. Like, but it's boring stuff. Like, it's stuff people don't see. But like, okay, you move, right? All right, now you got to you got to update your banks. You got to update your credit cards. You got to change your,
shit,
all that administrative back end bank routing numbers, all that crap, and it's setting up the registered agent to send the mail to the other place. It adds up. And then, the GF got in a car accident. Now we got to get another. She's fine. But now we got to get another car, all this piddly little stuff that adds up. And after a while, you really yearn for those days when you were 24, you had one job because you sucked, and you lived in a basement apartment, and your rent was $250 a month, and you played video games and got drunk every weekend, because you had the right balance there.
I don't know. At 21, I was married and raising a kid. So I mean,
okay, you missed out on that.
Yeah. So, serious question though, with the retirement stuff, has the last 2 years and all of shutdowns and chicanery and everything else, has that affected you as far as what your plans were prior to, say, your retirement plans as of 2019 versus where they are now? Did that delay you in any way?
No, if anything, it made it quicker, because so many people were bored, stuck at home. The whole super chat thing happened in the past 2 years. Like, maybe Vince can testify, but it was always like, oh, look at this quaint little thing. Maybe we make a little bit of beer money. And people were so bored, and I had so many consultations to do that it just built up on itself, that now I make not a ton of money, but I make a significant amount of money on super chats and advertising.
Right.
So it's not like it was money or anything, but I can probably, if it keeps up like this, I could probably get some property overseas sooner than I was planning. So
well,
it
I've
did.
noticed even on some of your like 5-minute shows, you'll
Mhm.
get some decent super chats. Not every time, but I mean, sometimes you'll get some stuff even on your short stuff.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
More than
Well,
20
and
minutes.
and that's the other thing is, back in the day, a consultation would take 10, 15 minutes. But
Mhm.
if you keep getting super chats, now they're lasting regularly 45 minutes, sometimes an hour if people keep throwing the money at it.
yeah.
So it, what was kind of a fun, I do this, 5 to 10 hours a week. Now it's becoming 20, 25 hours a week. And now, and my voice, I got this spray to help my voice,
Mhm.
do that. So yeah, it's a blessing, but it's, it's more labor.
Yeah,
I find that cunnilingus usually helps my voice, but
well, for Aaron, cock. It's no. What is that? It's a spray.
Yeah, it's like a numbing agent. I don't know.
so kind of like chloroseptic. But
Fucking jokes write themselves.
No, it is.
Helps you relax your esophagus, right?
Yeah, exactly. So you could take all.
slide it all the way down. Yeah.
I'm glad I came here. I'm glad I showed up.
You said you were like feeling when you text message me. You're like, wait a minute, you're on Twitter. You're not giving me any guff for stuff that I'm tweeting.
Yeah.
At. I'm like, all right, let me respond. So I gave you that one video.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're
No,
welcome.
it's just like eucalyptus or menthol.
Oh, okay, yeah, the menthol and shit.
Yeah. Anyway, I didn't mean to interrupt. Go ahead with what you were saying before. So
I don't even remember
that
what
was
the
good.
fuck we're talking about.
oh yeah, but
Yeah,
things are going
Chris,
great.
Chris wants to let you know to not forget to cup the balls. So there you go.
Should we just make gay jokes at Aaron hour? Should that
It's the chat. What do you want?
Yeah.
So everything's going well. Now you were just flying because you tweeted out the Spirit
Mhm.
Airlines
Right.
photo. Now you were coming back from Vegas.
You ought to get a cut for advertising for them. You do more
Seriously.
advertising for them
If
than
they can give me just 3 of their prettier looking stewardesses in those hot Spirit Airlines outfits,
uh-huh.
I'll take it. I'll take it. That I don't care what have you guys seen the Spirit Airlines flight attendant outfit?
The
Yes.
what? The Spirit
think you've
Airlines?
posted a picture of one.
Did
or
I?
someone
Yeah,
posted a picture tagged to you or something.
Yeah, take a look at it. It's hot. I got a little fetish thing for that. It's black and yellow,
Mhm.
and they got like a little scarf that they
Little
tie off to their
bumblebees.
side.
Mhm.
And because Spirit is obviously one of the bottom barrel airlines, that's where a lot of the younger gals start out. You have no beginning experience. You have no seniority.
And they're not.
So
they're
the
not- they're not
girls,
fat yet.
no, they're not. They're
Yeah.
generally pretty attractive. And so
I remember one of the first photos you sent to us of Spirit. You're like, look at this. They're actually fairly decent looking, and I had to agree.
Mhm.
Yeah. So, but I was
That's
down
cool.
in Vegas and just doing like it went down to like 1 degree in South Dakota. So I was like, forget it. So I flew down there, and then kind of did all my winter activities and responsibilities for the property now instead of coming there in late December. So all the shrubs are trimmed, the scorpions have been sprayed, the vehicles have been fired up and charged up and put new gas in the tanks. And
Mhm.
so now I just walk in next time. And
Okay. Now, do
that's
you have
about
one
it.
of those? I remember listening to one of your podcasts. You're talking about an electric bike. Do you have one of those in Vegas?
No, I only have a motorcycle and a car down there.
Okay.
I got a VeloWave Prado S up here,
Okay.
and so that's got a range of about 40 miles.
That's
which
not
is
bad,
pretty good.
actually.
Yeah, not bad at all. Yeah. So takes an entire day to charge the battery though, but
Oh shit.
yeah, it's not bad at all. And so if the weather is conducive, I really enjoy it.
Okay.
And I can kind of putz around and drive around in that.
That's
But
cool. So you have vehicles in Vegas. So if I fly out there, you'll be able to pick me up from the airport.
I have offered many people many times, like I'll pick you up at the airport, blah, blah. I even dropped Rollo off at the airport. He was down there.
Oh shit! Wow.
Yep.
Okay.
I was on one of his shows with Michael Sartain.
How'd that go?
It went well. It went well, but it was painful because he had 3 kind of 30, late 20s, early 30 something has-been models on the show. Yeah. And it was talking to pretty women who've never had to develop a personality or a thought. It was, you'd ask them a question. If it was something that would seem embarrassing or would get them, they would avoid it. and then they'd go on and talk about their lives because all they know is themselves.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like if I ask Vince, Vince, what's the latest book you're reading right now?
I have so many of them, I couldn't even give you the fucking titles right now.
Well, what's your favorite one you're currently reading right now?
One that I'm reading right now is a biography on J.D. Salinger. A life raised high.
All right. Why do you like that?
I like that because I've always enjoyed the creative spark as far as like how people get to where they are in the creative endeavor. What's their life like to make them who they are, to create these books or the sculpture, their art or whatever. So I like the creative spark, what happens behind the scenes.
Okay. See, now that is because Vince has real world experience, does not have a big set of tits, and hasn't had the world say, "Oh my God, Vince, you're amazing and brave." Because he got to the point, it was interesting. We found out something, and like, oh, that's insightful. We could all benefit from what Vince said. These girls would just blather on about themselves as if everybody there was their therapist, and it was just it. And I think they
probably couldn't even tell you who this guy is.
No, they could not.
Fattest president.
They could
and
probably
Supreme Court justice, but yeah,
they could have cut it down to half the time it was and gotten the same thing. But yeah, I don't.
So was it like giving economic advice to dogs, as far as understanding?
No, yeah, kind of. I mean, it was.
I mean, your dog of no particular value probably gets more out of you talking about the problems with Keynesian economics than they would.
At least that dog recognizes that there's another human there. Like when I walked in, the dog of no real value was happy to see me.
Right.
And acknowledged another human being. I honest to God think these girls, they are pretty. There's no doubt about it, but they have been pretty for so long. They're completely unaware of other people.
They're riding on that, yeah.
They're riding on it, but I think even worse than that, they are unaware that other humans can be sentient. And that they're literally the only ones in that room. And so if you would ask them a question, you wouldn't get a very cool Vince answer that was interesting and insightful. It would be pablum that would put anyone to sleep. So yeah, it was painful. It was painful.
The audience seemed to respond well to it.
Oh, they ate it up because I didn't realize how pained I looked, but people are like, "Oh my God, he looks like he's in such pain." And then they caught a video where the girl next to me was talking, so the camera's on both of us, and they caught me right in the big middle of a
big yawn.
Like that. Yeah, I got
it was past your bedtime, wasn't it?
Yeah. Well, no, they were boring women.
Yeah, you hadn't had your nap and fap for the day.
Nope, hadn't had that yet.
How long did that run? Was that tediously long?
Yeah, it was like 2 hours, 15 minutes.
Oh shit! And that was in Vegas.
That was in Vegas, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's one of Rollo's new gigs. So, which he seems to be pretty excited about and seems to be enjoying it.
Yeah.
So,
well, Michael Sartain, he's no. I mean, there's so many people on the internet that are big and successful, but we've been so busy with our own lives, we you don't know who they are, and you almost feel rude, like. Well, who are you? You don't want to say that, so you got to look them up. I'm like, oh, this guy's pretty big, da 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 da. But then you're still curious about the guy. Well, who are you? I mean, and it's like not because I'm like, well, who the fuck are you? It's more like I don't know anything about you. I've been doing this stupid thing over here, and so
that's the thing when you're living your own life and doing things. It's kind of hard to like follow who's the latest internet celebrity, YouTube celebrity, or whatever, despite whatever the other thing is that they do that's give them any kind of notoriety. I'm too busy buying and selling my own property to worry about some guy who's made millions of dollars doing the same thing, because I'm too busy doing it, not necessarily making that kind of money by any stretch of the imagination. But I mean, that's one of the things I was doing today.
Yeah, and it's almost like then people want to talk, oh, what's podcasting like? Like, can we talk about anything other? Can we just how was your day fishing? How was it at the office? Anything other than that. But yeah, well, I guess none of us really forecasted to be in this environment. But yeah, it was more kind of, it's becoming a job. I think it is becoming a job where I talked to Myron over at Fresh and Fit. And say 2 years ago when I first visited them. You know, it was all exciting. Da 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 da. And not that Myron was beleaguered or tired or anything like that, but you could see it was business. You know, like he's serious. Da 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 da. And now they have to have people sign waivers and security clauses and all this other stuff. It's a no joke business, and it's kind of, you know, like, oh yeah, inevitably the novelty does always wear out. And I was like, yeah, we're gonna do an interview, and it's the 4,000th one. So,
Speaking of the novelty wearing out, welcome James and Nick. Haven't seen you guys in a while. Jesus.
Yep.
Yeah. I like.
is it sunny out there, James? Where you at? That looks like the sun's
He's in
out.
Texas.
Yeah, but that can't
looks
be natural light.
Kitchen light.
Kitchen light, yeah.
Oh,
Fluorescent
kitchen light.
light.
It does look like natural light, though.
It does look like natural light, but it's between the kitchen and the orange glow of my monitor.
Do you got a ponytail?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Well,
Yeah,
yes,
I was wondering why
well,
you look
yes,
extra
I do.
special
Well,
gay.
yes,
All
I
right, yeah.
do.
He's a hipster now.
Exactly.
Extra special gay.
His cowgirl likes to pull on it, so.
Oh, that's completely inappropriate.
It
It would come
Yes,
off
but
if
you
she
didn't.
did.
You didn't deny it.
It's not real. It's fake.
AJ Cortez is calling.
fake
He wants his
news.
hair back.
Well, I've been asking him for tips on the hair pulling thing. Thank you, Rob, for outing me.
Happy to be there for you, James.
Thank you. No, it's
You have to put like a little white ribbon on it, like what's his face from the
well. I think I have a.
Well, he's in
Pretty sure
Texas.
mine.
You can
like
tie a
fucking,
yellow
Je-
tie
like
to
fucking
that.
white.
Jefferson over here and shit. You gotta hold like an old parchment and
I'm gonna
a
powder
quill.
it.
You gotta powder your
Yes.
fucking wig and put a little. Yeah, exactly. What's
That's
up,
a good
Atham? You
idea.
son of a bitch. So what? You only show up in our shows when Aaron is here? You traitor.
He's about to graduate
What? Gay school?
High
No.
school.
chemical engineering.
Oh, cool. Good. Congratulations, Atham.
He's
That's,
been a long.
as
long
long as
journey for him.
I've known him. Yeah,
Yeah,
years.
Yeah. Well, you gotta support yourself and pay for yourself. You know. Yeah.
Well, he was what, washing windows and then doing Google research for you.
No, he works night watch guy at hotels.
Oh, okay.
He had other miscellany of jobs. But yeah, then in the daytime he goes to school for chemical engineering.
Well, I would always hear you say Atham. Look that up, and I was like,
Mhm.
at first I thought you had a houseboy or some shit, like a houseman. And I'm like, what are you fucking talking about?
Yeah, Cappy has this little Indian kid
You're
running around.
It's like
named
Kato!
Haji.
Fucking the Pink
Happy
Panther and
is
shit.
the house elf. He does
Yeah.
not
He's a
have
Mexican-
a house elf. It's
Atham's a Mexican Kato.
Yeah.
yes.
Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, but he'll be
I-
graduating
Irish
next year.
Mafia.
That's very cool. Well, congratulations, Atham. Yeah.
Hey Amos, are you still in the Twin Cities?
Just about. I mean, right now I'm in Atlanta.
Well, that's not just about. That's pretty far away. Define what your version of just about is. Like 2,000 miles is just about.
No. I'm working right now. I was deployed out to come out to Georgia for a week. So.
Oh, okay, all right. But you still live in Minnesota.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. You gotta get out of there.
James, you want to read that? That's cool, gunmetal guy.
Gunmetal Guy says, I'm watching more of this channel lately. Got over here tonight in support of Mr. Cappy.
Man, look at all my real friends that I got out there.
Your real friends have come into the chat.
my
Yeah.
real friends.
Thank you, Atham, for that $2 super sticker. Yes, feel free to send us money. We're to support the channel.
I mean, with Cappy here, probably get a couple $100,
StreamYard, professional StreamYard is expensive.
Yeah. And these toy soldiers don't buy themselves. So
Exactly. And
What is that? I can't. What was that? What was that?
This one, British 44th Foot Regiment battalion officer.
Is it painted?
Yes, it is painted.
That's cool. Where'd you get that
And you
from?
painted it yourself, or did it come pre-painted?
No, it came pre-painted. This is a William Britton's toy soldier
right,
from
Chris.
their Napoleonic War line. I actually got a box in today. I got a couple of British 44th Foot a regiment officer, a rifleman, and then a French Imperial Guard. and then a couple more characters from the Anglo-Zulu Wars, and then one Civil War, which is Joshua Lawrence Chamberlain.
Is
You
that
take
from
those in the bathtub
website?
with you or what?
No, only
Those are the- those
only
are
the
the bo-
ships go in the bathtub.
Those
On
are the
his little
boats.
ship.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I
No,
was wondering.
I've always had an interest
Rubber band
in
propellers.
this and stuff. So, but it's just one of those things that's kind of blown up lately.
Is that from that website? Is that from that website we showed one of the last shows? The figures.
The Britons, yeah. That if
Yeah,
that was
yeah.
from the Britain website, then yeah, that was from
All
them.
right.
They're located in their corporate headquarters is located in Chillicothe, Ohio, which is the first and third capital of Ohio, and it's located in the southern part of the state. And
Okay.
they are, a very old company, originally founded in England. In fact, guys like Winston Churchill would have probably have had some of their product in his youth. In fact, one of the books I was reading on Churchill, he had like a couple thousand toy soldiers, and I'm like looking at that, and it's like I've only got a couple hundred toy soldiers. It's like, I gotta bump
cool.
up these rookie numbers. But
I got a question because I'm looking. Everyone's different background, but where do we stand on displaying our toys, our knickknacks, our hobby? Like you got guitars, Vince. You have your books. Because it wasn't until I moved and I had to okay, now I got a house and I got to I have my fossil collection. I took the better part of a week picking out the right credenza, organizing and displaying fossils. And I'm thinking part of geek culture is obviously figurines, but it could be guitars, books, whatever else have you. And I'm kind of almost insistent philosophically that they do not sit in boxes or storage,
Correct.
or even on the ground. So I mean, wouldn't you have an obligation? Like, look, okay, I enjoy these things. I should put the time and effort into displaying them somewhere.
mm-hmm.
That's true. All my books are not; they're on shelves. My next thing to get is barrister bookcases, the glass with the shelf that pulls up and slides inward,
Mhm.
that the old school lawyers used to use. That helps with the dust, and it just looks classy. But you're right. I think if you are collecting something, it's up to you to curate it well, display it well, and not hoard it, as you were saying, with storing it and putting it on the floor or what have you. Yeah.
Presentation is a part of design.
Absolutely.
Are you gonna have to get like a house one of these days, given the amount of books you have? Because that's not all going to fit in your apartment. No, I'm serious. I mean,
No, you're absolutely true. I mean, could I buy a house right now? Yes. I just don't like the static concreteness of having a house. I want that ability to move whenever I want to. Even if I don't.
It's a pretty big commitment for buying a house in New Jersey, especially. Which is
it really is.
It's still going down the tank.
It really is.
It's not slowing down.
Yeah, if I understand it right, don't you have like a penalty fee that if you sell your property in New Jersey and move out of state, they have a tax or something that they attach
I know
to
I know that's New York. I don't know about New Jersey because I haven't sold a house here to move out of state, and I don't know anyone who has. They probably were the communist bastards.
One of the few times I talked with my mother recently, it was about the house troubles, because I kept telling her, I'm like, just get out. I don't want to hear about your financial troubles. Get out of the state. You guys made a retarded decision about 15 years ago, and it's time to let it go before you can.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. Another thing with apartment life is I like the fact that I don't have to, fix or repair the roof. If something goes bad, I just call someone up. The snow is taken care of and all that shit. So, yeah, are we boring you, Aaron?
No, I'm just tired. I'm
ill.
I'm not bored.
You are ill and you are old, so there's that combination. That's true.
You guys ever get guilty like not going to the gym because you're sick for like days on end?
No.
Yes.
No.
No. You just that's bush league. You just pick it up when you're done being sick. Your body's going to be fine.
I know him.
I mean, you can be sick and still go to the gym and then infect everybody else.
right and
I
delay your
still at least
recovery.
make myself do some push-ups, set-ups, something. Just I find that if I go too long without doing anything like that, without either lifting weights or doing some kind of physical workout, that I don't feel right.
James, would you read that for me? Because your voice is more appropriate to this question, your statement.
Mickey Anomaly says, "Bound with a house, you could have a proper sex dungeon in the basement."
Now, let me address that. I have thought about that. I could always rent a house for a year or two. There's actually a few properties in a few towns over from me. It's further away from my work, but I would make allowances for that. It's not a problem. I could ride the motorcycle or take the train. I have thought about outfitting a BDSM dungeon and with room for photography because I want to get into more rope bondage and photography. So we'll see what happens. It's funny you bring that up because I have been thinking about that. So yes, I could absolutely do that. Although right now I make do, and I will say this, even if I didn't do that and I've done this in the past, I've got several bondage bags and I can always go to hotels. I've done that before.
I was going to say, can you
that's
have an
fun.
improper sex dungeon? I mean,
Do what?
Like, can you have an improper sex dungeon? I mean, isn't any sex dungeon a proper sex dungeon? I mean,
Well, if you do it
Avoid the
outside,
playground,
yeah.
gentlemen, just in
yeah.
case
If
it's
you if you do it outside, you can't force consent from people that cannot give
just in
consent
case.
Yeah.
correctly. No, but that's always fun going to hotels because then you can have your girl meet you there, like it's some kind of clandestine affair. Whether it really is or not, it doesn't matter. It's just the fantasy of it, and have her meet you at the bar, and then you take her upstairs and have your way with her. So
You don't have to worry about the sheets.
exactly. That was a discussion yesterday on the private Zoom. Absolutely, you
Yeah,
guys
yeah.
are missing out on the Fortress meet. We had a great talk with Roman from Opium Tales about.
That was very
women
active last night.
it was very active last night, and talking about women who squirt. Absolutely.
But
Oh man.
And I
Guys
had
squirting blood.
well, maybe out your nose, Aaron.
yeah,
No, it's
But,
from Bugs Bunny.
I know. Son of a bitch.
it's funny you were talking about improper meeting at the hotel, even if it's not. I was just reading a letter from my ex. Like I said, recently bought a house nearby, and I went over and did some things, and one of the things I acquired from her was a box of letters that actually were from predominantly from ex number one from high school. So I'm like reading some of these high school love letters, and one of them was from like her best friend to me, and it was about talking all night on the phone with me.
There you go. Squirting.
Even though the ex didn't know about it and stuff. It was just kind of amusing. High school girls.
Speaking of high school girls.
Yeah. Hey, TJ.
Oh,
That makes sense.
wow.
I mean, come on with that build up and intro, and
He's learning. He's
It
learning.
all makes
Better
sense
be
now.
back. Or what?
You look in the chat.
He doesn't want to get questioned about Vince's sex dungeon.
Get a double queen suite like I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always get the either the large king suite or the two queens. The best part about the two queens is you fucking play in the one and you sleep in the other.
Mhm.
That's always been my MO.
Well, and plus, if you got her tied up in the one bed and you get tired, you just go sleep in the other.
We were yeah, absolutely. We were just talking about that because I'll be doing that with two of my girls in January. So
Yeah.
indeed.
Wait, how are your two girls going to feel about the two queens you have with you?
Well, they know
Damn.
Cappy, so it's okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a lot of people. That's a lot of people for two beds.
I'll probably add your mom in there, so it's always good, you know. There's the first mom joke of the evening.
There you go. Cheers to you, sir.
That's right. Indeed, to you, Nick August. Not many people know I'm outing him right now. That's his real name, Nick August. Yeah, I
thought it was Dick Danger.
It's Mike Hunt.
I thought it was Dover.
It's Ligma Balls.
Yeah, all right.
Yes, you do have to write that down, Geeky.
What you say, you're on a campaign with Drew?
Drew is running an AD&D campaign. He has for quite some time now, but he is sick. We're going to run that today.
Yeah, that's
Right.
our Viking campaign.
Yeah, that's he created that world himself.
Drew created a Viking campaign? No way.
He did,
Yes.
yeah, and we're running it as AD&D characters. You should
Yeah, it's
join us
awesome.
again.
I like Drew. Aaron, what do you do? I'll check for traps.
I'm gonna check.
You look to your right, and in the green, blue, green, more brown, kind of brown, more blue, green, brown, among the pus and the piss and the blood and the stain, you see this corpse that's bubbling up and it smells, and I'm like, God.
That's actually a good Drew rendition. I have to
Yeah,
say.
actually,
That's
it
pretty,
is.
pretty spot on.
16 hours later, you got more.
Well, how about Rollo's game? You don't want to join for that
Rollo
one?
was good. I like that was more my
Well, then
pace.
join that one, you fucking cock.
Why is he?
Yeah.
Is he hosting? Is he DMing something?
No, he's DMing our games. Yeah,
Yeah, we're doing 2 a month.
we're running 2 a
usually.
month. You want to join that one?
Yeah, maybe. Let me. I'll watch them. I'll watch them and see what they look like.
I'll send you a few links.
Okay.
All right, you son of a bitch. We could use Sled back. and
Sled?
his,
Alright.
his-
I was
Sled.
this
He gets
tempted.
mentioned.
I was
Yeah, Sled gets mentioned periodically in the game.
Well, you were actually in Drew's game. You became an alcoholic leprechaun named Claren of Clan Ari.
Yeah. Swear to God.
And I tried to get someone from the internet to draw. I put out hey, here's I would like to commission one of you artists
sure.
to do a drunken leprechaun based on Aaron Clary.
Right.
So I got a bunch of DMs. Now here's the issue with the DMs.
Yeah.
If you come into my DMs and you say, "Hey," and that's it, I don't pay attention to you. If you don't come correct and introduce yourself, you can go fuck off. I have nothing to do with you. Nothing
Lighten
to do
up,
with it. It's not
Francis.
professional. It's not professional, and I don't really care. What was that, Nick?
Lighten up, Francis.
Shut up there, Tim. Speaking of Tim, here's TJ.
Do we?
What the hell's
Oh,
going
here
on
he
over
is.
there?
You there,
What- what-
TJ?
Hey, what's going on?
What's up, sir? What was that, Aaron?
Oh no. I can't remember what it was. Oh, that's what I was going to say. Is I because they got all these new platform. You know, like Instagram. Everything has a message app to it.
Yeah.
Every platform apparently. So I've gone and I'm like, oh, I got messages, you know, from literally years ago that I've never checked. And I'm like, oh, okay. So I go through it, and I won't lie, I can't tell what's like a spam or a bot or who might actually be real, because there's so many spurgs out there who don't know how to formulate a proper. Hey, Aaron, I heard you through booby doo boo. If you could follow me back, that would be great. I just get like links. Hey, check this out. I'm like, who the heck? What is this? A link to kitty porn? What is? I don't know what this is. It's just like there is no one taught these kids like, hey, if you're gonna address somebody,
We're not just demonetized. Jesus, we're freaking banned.
are we? Wait, is this monetized?
Oh no, I'm just kidding.
Well, I don't advertise now.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
don't
okay,
do
all right.
I don't do
Okay.
adverts. I really don't like that.
No.
He's not
But
obsessed with the shekels like you, Aaron.
But they.
I don't mind advertisements in the beginning and the end of whatever, but when you do the advert roll in the middle of your shit, I unfollow you and I don't watch your shit. That's the way it is.
Well, anyway, so I don't even bother responding to the fans. I
I
got
don't blame
enough
you.
dealing with you people.
That's right, you son of a bitch.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's our show. So that's we're gonna.
I was gonna see how
wrap-
TJ is. TJ, how are you?
Wyatt, I am rolling. I actually got a new watch. I didn't show this on the last Masculine Geek, but it's a cool watch. It's
I don't want to see that. Where's your fucking?
What is it?
Where's the pocket watch, man? Come
oh
on. Get with the program.
hey, it matches my eyes as one goes.
You
Is
got
that
a
what
blue
is that what you
watch?
tell the ladies?
No, that's what the ladies tell me.
Okay, they check out your watch.
I'm confused. Why is that a good watch?
because it looks cool. The blue matches the color of my eyes.
Oh, okay. Hey, take a look at this.
What is that?
That's a silver dollar, a Buffalo Indian head silver dollar.
That's cool.
Nice.
Is that you collect them, right?
No, I was just pulling the first thing that I had here to say, hey, look at this. That was the only thing I was just making fun of
One of your
TJ. as
children,
opposed to-
for all we know.
Hey, look at this pen.
Wow.
Sell me
Nick,
that
that's
pen,
awesome,
Nick.
man.
Hey, Aaron, I think you'll like this. Look at this.
It writes in
Hey,
blue.
$20 is $20.
Hey, so guess what? I went to Vegas and I forgot you guys sent me that shirt. I'm not gay, but $20 is $20.
Yeah,
And I'm like, oh, I gotta wear
That's
this,
right.
but I didn't have
that's
time.
it's one of my better memes.
I gotta put that on and do a couple videos with that.
You
You
should.
know, we need to get another shirt that says "Son of a Preacher Man."
I don't think that's as funny as $20 is $20.
Those are funny,
true.
but we can't have you be gay all the time.
Well, that's what his
I mean,
boyfriend
we know
says.
you're too tall for your own good, but we can't have you be gay all the time.
What did you call Aaron? He says he's taller than he should be.
Yeah, he's taller than he should be.
Okay. Jesus Christ. So how's Aaron? What's the weather like there in Vegas in December? In general?
It should be like in December. It should be the mid 60s for highs, low 40s for lows.
That's not bad.
Past couple of years, this is the third year now. It's been unseasonably cool. It's November, and I don't think I saw a day above 65. There were a couple days where the highs were in the 50s, so that's supposed to be January weather. And so it's obviously it's better than Minnesota or South Dakota, but you kind of hope to have one of these days where it's like, well, all right, I'm not expecting every day to be 83 and sunny. But can there be some variability in the temperature? And the past 2 years, now this being the third, it looks like it's just going to be kind of a cold winter again.
Okay.
And
Now,
again,
Christmas wise, are you a big Christmas guy? Like, do you set up a Christmas tree in Vegas or in the South Dakota? What do you do?
we got a small Charlie Brown Christmas tree in South Dakota.
Oh, so it's your size.
Yep, it's my size.
It's
It's about as tall as Rurb.
We're
Rurb. And so
Okay.
we have that decorated. And then Vegas, not really. We don't have a Christmas tree or anything there.
Okay.
I don't think the owner of the property would want us, putting a Christmas tree in.
I'm gonna say
it's
it's
kinda-
weird seeing all the Christmas trees down in the Florida Keys last week.
Oh, all the Christmas stuff here in Georgia is freaking weird. It's just brown grass and then all these festive decorations.
Well, it's even
Oh,
weirder
sure,
when
yeah.
you just got the palm trees and some of them are
Aaron buys
decorated
his
with
trees
lights.
on
So
Christmas Day.
there's like already in the neighborhood we're in, there's a Santa Claus blow up thing, and then there's
the one of those inflatables.
yeah, and a bunch of Christmas lights already. It's festive. I enjoy it.
Yeah.
It is jarring to the eyes where it's like, but we're in the desert. It doesn't make. It doesn't make
That's
any
very
sense.
it's kind of a weird disconnect there. That's why I could probably never really move out there. I don't know.
Now, have you guys seen those 10-foot tall skeletons that you can get?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So people basically took that instead of taking it down for Halloween, they just threw Christmas stuff on it, like a Santa hat and all that stuff.
It's like the
How lazy is that family? How many?
I think
How
it's
many
awesome.
homes-
is that the spirit of Christmas past? Is that what that
It's
is?
something like that. I think it's
Like how many welfare checks do they get if they're that lazy that they just?
Well, enough to buy the inflatable.
Well, right,
thing.
but then
Jesus. How about you, James? You going to do Christmas this year out in Texas?
I'm tempted. I'm getting to a better financial situation, but I want to get some other stuff done. Like on the geek stuff, I want to get shelving in the apartment because we don't have a lot, and I don't have much place to. I've actually started accumulating stuff now that I'm down here, so I'd like to get some shelving ready, and that's going to cost some money. So
Yeah.
Did you
it's
get a fork
competing between. What's up?
Did you get a fork yet?
No,
He's got
I
the
with my
plastic
hands
ones.
as God intended.
That's right. With the chicken leg.
But yeah, we'll probably do a couple of. We do Christmas gifts, and I might get a small tree. We'll see what happens.
All right. That's cool. How about you, Nick? Do you celebrate Christmas?
Do I celebrate it? Yeah.
Okay. Do you
But I
put
don't
up a
put
tree?
decor-
Do you-
No.
You know,
no.
there's a
You
lot
don't
of
do
help
any of
from
that shit?
Jack Daniels.
I don't put up any of that shit. I just
Oh.
go over to my kid's house.
No, okay. There you go. That's what having kids is for, I guess.
He has a
Well,
lot
you
of
know,
help.
You borrow their Christmas decorations.
I go see the grandkids, spend 2 hours, and then get the fuck out.
You're a grandfather? Oh shit.
Mm-hmm.
Grandpa Nick.
Nick, you're a grandpa?
That's what I just
am.
said, you fuck.
Wow.
Got
I'm
a
sorry
lot of
for the
grand-
wife. The wife called. I had to pick up the phone immediately.
Exactly.
wow.
Well, we
Guys
we
are
know
cute.
all we know all about that from the Village by the Sea in 2019.
Yeah,
Every
Both sides
fucking
of the day, man.
fucking pussy whipped over here every fucking 15 minutes.
yeah. Tell Rollo we said hi though.
Well, I understand, Aaron. Tell Rollo we
No.
said-
Tell your wife to tell Rollo.
Rollo.
Wow.
Oh.
Wow.
Holy shit!
Ooh.
Now
Nice.
I know. We can forgive you a little bit, Aaron, because you thought you were dying.
Of a stomach ache.
Yeah, the whole
You
cancer
did-
thing. Yeah,
you did.
right.
You did. But you did. Yeah, you did get enough sleep and you got some rest, which I'm glad and happy for you.
I will never forget. Like, it was like, man, people are picking. Oh, I got cancer. I might die early. I'm like, man, these are really my best friends. They're the ones I could legit have cancer. Like, I got cancer. You're gonna die. I'm like,
yeah.
You did not have cancer. We knew
Well,
that.
the best part about it was you like wandering up from the basement area, which is very appropriate.
Mm.
You're fucking bleary eyed and waking up and coughing and hacking up shit.
I mean, you
And
do that too, man.
you pour some black coffee and you dump some rum in it.
Yep.
You make fun of everybody, scratch your ass, and then go back to bed.
You were right. That's right.
That's pretty much what happened.
That's what happened. Yep.
That's my day. I don't
But
know.
That's the normal day down in Alabama or whatever the fuck you
have
are.
you guys ever had that though, where it's just like there's been enough going on in life where you just need a full like 2-3 days of absolutely nothing?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Absolutely.
When I was with Vince, we kind of just hung out. We didn't do anything crazy.
Yep.
We smoked cigars and chatted and drank all the rum since you weren't there, Cappy.
We did in your honor drink all the rum. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm like 18 months sober.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Good on you.
Yeah.
So,
To be
How
perfectly
good
honest,
is
it
it
means
really?
this is safe, is what I'm hearing.
it's like yeah. It's good being sober. Yeah, you don't miss the hangovers, but man, you do miss the drinking and
Now the retards are in sharp relief.
it is 4K morons in
Mhm.
surround sound and but it definitely played a role. It definitely played a good role. So.
Would it have been easier handling being on that show with those three dumb chicks if you'd have been imbibing?
Yeah, well, anything, any drug, I would argue, but let's say just booze for instance sake. Yeah, it makes it. Do you like frosting on your cake? Yeah. Would you like a girl with bigger tits? Yes. I mean, it's like booze would just add. It makes everything a little bit better. So yeah, that would have made it better. But you know, if you keep drinking and then the next day you feel like shit, so.
Yeah.
But yeah, it would have definitely dulled the pain in that instance. Absolutely.
But you'd have had to drank a whole lot to make those women interesting. is
No,
what I'm
just
hearing,
a drink or
right?
two would have been fine. It would have taken the edge off.
Okay.
Yeah.
Round out the edges. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you have fun on the show? I mean,
I did for a while, and then like obviously talking to Sartain and Rolo, they have a brain and they have insights and they have experiences. That Sartain guy, he was like in the tank battalion or something in Iraq.
oh, that's cool.
Yeah, he's a stock options trader. I think he has a degree in actuarial science. Tell me about that guy. I don't give a damn about the floozies, but
Right.
yeah, it was fun for a bit, but after these girls just kept talking about themselves for literally hours, it was just like, okay, I gotta go. And it's one of those things I wish young men could see that and say, okay, look, see how pretty they are? But do you see when they open their mouths, that guy has lost all attraction to him? Like, this is the point you should be trying to get to, where you realize that they are so dumb. Just because they're pretty doesn't mean you should be wasting your time like hinging on every word, or that there might be something insightful they're going to say at any moment. It's like, no, this is it, and it's okay for you to like say, I'm out of here, bye. I want nothing to do with this.
Mm-hmm.
Do not grow emotionally attached to anything you cannot walk out on in 30 seconds flat when you feel the heat coming around the corner. Basically, it.
I finally watched that movie like 2 weeks ago.
What'd you think?
If I hear anything other than it was amazing, we might have to kick him off the stream.
It was good. I thought it was funny that like 2 seconds later, he's like, "You got a girl?" He's like, "Yeah." He's like,
I
"You
got a
gonna walk
woman.
out on her in 30 seconds?" I'm like,
That is the discipline. Are you like a monk?
and then he
That is
did,
this one, yeah.
which I thought was impressive. But no, I thought I was bringing up in a Fortress meeting about I want to say a year or two ago. That was having that issue would have been more than 2 years ago now.
Mhm.
This is back when I was still dating in Philly, and I was complaining. I'm like, they're so fucking boring. I'm not like clicking with any of them,
Mhm.
right? Maybe I hook up, and that's fun. But like the process of getting there is so torturous and slow that I'm like kicked out of my brain for a few hours. I don't remember who it was, but somebody said, we just got to ask them about themselves. And I fucking lost it.
Mhm.
For like the next month, I was just spurging out anytime
Spurging
those
out.
words passed through my head.
Spurging.
You can maybe get by if you're like the average intelligence guy. And I'm not saying this kiss everyone's ass here, but like if you're significantly intelligent, man, that is painful dating the average girl.
The problem
really
is
Curse
that
of the High IQ wasn't your memoir on depression. Correct me if I'm wrong.
man, they kind of
far as I'm
depression, but
concerned,
liberation
like-
and revenge on stupid people. Yeah, all kind of wrapped
What
up
we're
in
gonna
one.
say, Nick?
Oh, yeah, no, there were some good parts too. The spite and vengeance.
No, I was
the
gonna say
kickbacks
that-
we get from.
all I was going to say was that even if they're smart, they still just talk about themselves.
Oh yeah,
in the,
it
in
doesn't
the, in
matter.
the,
That's
in
what,
the exact
yeah.
same kind of solipsistic way.
Well, that,
But they
that-
use
that-
better vocabulary, right?
Well, that's
That's
my,
right.
exactly. Well, my main girl is. She's like, oh, well, I remember
Better grammar.
when I first met her. She's like, oh, I'm in men's. I'm like, I don't fucking care. She, what? I don't care. We talked about this yesterday in the Fortress. I don't care if you can fucking read. I don't care if you speak the language. That's not what this is about. I don't fucking care. When you talk, and we joke about this all the time. So when you talk, this is what I hear. Wah 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 wah. That's what I hear.
Well, what they're
don't
really
fucking
doing,
care.
I mean, most of the time, it's more that they're nervous than anything else, unless it's somebody you've known for a long time.
Well,
and
even now,
that's the real problem.
it's been almost 15 months. Wah 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 wah, and it's
well, I mean, that's what I hear when I come on this stream too. So
well, that's pretty much
Wow,
you know.
wow.
I know, right? It's with friends like Nick, nobody needs AIDS. I borrowed that from Aaron because he's often said that about me.
I like that. I like that.
Well, in Aaron's case, nobody needs cancer. You know.
Mm. Apparently, everyone needs a gay hand.
Everyone needs to lose their nipple at least once.
That is Amos's claim to fame. Yeah, what we were on the, we were coming up on part of the trail. The shit, I forget the name of it. The devil. I think it was the Devil's Den Trail. And you slipped and cut your nipple. Yep.
Hey, Amos,
I'll kill a show.
did you ever ride a motorcycle without a jacket or a helmet and decide,
I knew that was coming.
fuck physics? Did you ever decide that the laws of physics didn't apply to you while riding a two-wheeled vehicle?
Yeah,
at high
they
speed?
weren't actually laws of physics. They were more like suggestions of
Yeah.
physics.
There were guidelines. There's some guidelines.
Screw you, physics! I'll show you.
You remember you tweeted out that one photo. It was a motorcycle here, and then the guy up here.
Yeah, I thought that was TJ himself. I thought that was on his Facebook profile.
Captured in the wild.
Exactly. It was like
Remember the one where I found
Okay.
different like motorcycle riders that kind of looked like us all, you know, like
Yeah.
Rob, I found the Harley guy with a beard, and then
Yeah.
me, kind of the long distance rider, and you, kind of a rookie guy. And then
Yeah.
for Jack Napier, I found a guy with Down syndrome riding a tricycle.
Tricycle.
I remember that.
I get a
Shout out
text
to
from
Jack.
Aaron. Oh, screw you. You're such a jerk.
That was great. Down syndrome. Oh shit. We got a lot of
Hey, can I
old
tell you
timers in
guys
the
a
chat.
little secret? Because is Jack listening right now?
He might,
Probably
maybe,
not.
who knows?
Does he
I'm not
normally
sure if he's
listen or
awake
no?
yet.
Sometimes he listens to our show.
If you want to talk
Yeah.
about your gay lover relationship, by all means, continue.
No, I gotta tell you what I did to Jack in the hopes that he doesn't listen. I don't think he'll tune in because no one tunes into the show. So we're pretty safe.
I mean, why do you think I come on it? No one's gonna know.
we try to boost ratings by bringing you guys on. Yeah.
So I was cleaning, prepping the garage for winter and all that. And for some reason, I don't know how it was this late in the season, I had a black widow spider about that freaking big.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
So and I took a picture. I sent it to Jack. I said, "Hey, Jack, look at this." He said, "Oh my god!" I mean, like, you could hear it over the internet.
Oh shit! Did you do what you said you were gonna do?
Yes, I did what I said I'm going to do.
You're a fucking dick.
I know I am.
happened?
So I sprayed it down to make sure it was dead. Then I put it in a
He
glass
said
jar,
it to him.
and I put it in resin,
Mhm.
and then I mailed it to Jack. And so I said, "Hey, what's your mailing address?" Why? You gotta send to me, and I was like, "Jack, God, Jack, you hurt me, Jack. What? No, I just want to send you from South Dakota.
Oh,
What is it gonna be? Some kind of
That's-
Black Widow or
that's
Scorpion?
beautiful.
No, it's craft. It's a craft, Jack. It's just from
It's a
South
craft.
Dakota. So, but it's been 2-3 weeks. So I don't know.
he
They
hasn't
haven't
said
sent it
anything?
back. But
He really
yeah,
hasn't been active on Instagram either. I hope he's all right.
Yeah.
He's got a job. He's driving as a forklift operator.
Mhm.
Oh, okay, cool. He finally got his license.
Yep, or his certification or whatever. So
It's
he's
a
he's
actually a
been
good thing to have.
That's
Yep.
pretty good because I mean, usually Cappy only sends you expired restaurant coupons, Vince.
I got expired coupons to Perkins.
McDonald's?
Perkins, he did send me one of those little wind-up toys of a Spirit Airlines plane that you pull back and then it goes. It
Yeah,
makes
yeah.
noise. So I got one of those.
I'm kind of if you got I won't lie. This is my first time working with resin. It is pretty cool. It came out pretty well.
Yeah.
There's a couple of things I do slightly different with the technique, but I mean, I find like usually 2 a year. But if you guys want, I could send you some. It'd just be something different.
Send
or
me
unique.
could you send me a scorpion?
Yeah, I could send you a scorpion.
That'd be
I'll have to
awesome.
Order
Yeah,
some
please.
resin, and I got to get the right size thing. But yeah, I could do scorpions. That'd be kind of.
Oh, thank you. That'd be great.
I would just be worried that Aaron would send us like a kidney stone in resin or something. you
Right,
know,
yeah.
like
it's
monkey
because,
penis.
Yeah. a monkey paw flipping us off. or
another
something.
boyfriend
dick.
another boyfriend bites the dust.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's gonna send one of us his tumor.
Oh, hey, Vince. Hang on. Now, don't show this to anyone. I'm gonna text you. You got your phone there?
Yeah, I have my phone nearby.
Oh, you got a phone?
I do have a phone, yeah. You give me the finger.
No, I got something really cool.
All right.
If I can find it.
Also, you see a flash come from below him.
All right. Fucking crotch swimsuit
No,
area
it's
shot.
not that. I've been using that Sammy Davis Jr. picture where it says that still won't get you pussy.
Oh, the one
I've been
that I
search-
tweeted out like 2 or 3
Yeah.
years ago.
Yeah, so
Steal my
I've been
shit.
finding guys who like I search on Twitter
And just send
ally
that
to
out.
women. I just send it
That's
out. and
awesome. Yeah, it won't
Yeah.
get you the pussy.
It won't get you the pussy.
That's right. They're so desperate.
Well, maybe
You
I
can always
won't have
volunteer
it
your
yet.
own services, Aaron. You do have that spray that numbs your throat. Were you,
Right
were you here for
now.
that, Nick?
What?
He showed you the spray that he was like, "Oh, I use this to numb my throat."
no, but
Aaron, show
Shit.
your spray.
that's gold.
Look,
Here's my spray.
it's
There it
spray to
is.
numb his throat because he's sick.
Oh Jesus!
Because he uses his throat too much.
That's right. Is that your mom?
No, that's not my mom, you idiot.
That's a very.
Isn't that a classy picture?
I'm gonna masturbate to that later. Yes.
Okay, you have fun.
Yeah. I'm gonna let just Yeah. No, that is a very classic. No, that's. I won't talk. We won't talk here. That's the background is also cool.
Yeah. If
I
you
like
guys
that.
ever come visit, you'd enjoy the house. But no,
So-
I've been working years to get to that point where it's like, okay, now I have a real house with a real kitchen. And just for the audience to know, I just sent him a picture of the GF in like an appropriate 1950s dress. She is in heels with her apron on and making
Yeah.
me food.
It's
Yeah, and it's like
Yeah.
that's what I want.
Aaron
That's
did,
what every
Aaron
guy
did,
wants.
Aaron did good for himself.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if anyone thinks he's gay, that's still true. But he's got the
Well,
It's worth the calls every 15 minutes.
he's got the beard.
look, my
Now
my
having
girlfriend is.
attained
I'm straight.
everything else
I
you
got.
could want for straight men. You know.
I'm straight,
can
but
stray.
the kitchen was paid for by being gay. Okay, like,
Exactly.
I'll
The
admit
$20
that.
is
That's
exactly.
$20.
Yeah.
A lot of $20 bills.
Everyone needs a side hustle.
That's right.
I have diversified income streams.
Hence the throat numbing.
Now I thought building the house out of $20 was excessive as far as the dick sucking you'd have to do, but he got it done anyways.
Got it done anyway. The trick
Those
is
are-
not to
those are the
spend your
other
money
streams.
after you suck the dicks. You know, that's
Yes.
Oh, okay.
that's
I mean, spaghetti is straight too until you cook it.
Frugal
Oh, for fuck's
fellatio.
sake.
The fuck is that?
Frugal
that'd be- that'd be
Frugal
a
fellatio with Aaron
great
Clary.
book. Frugal fellatio.
And in parentheses underneath the byline is $20 is $20. I like it. Oh, yeah. Well, that's the show, gentlemen. It's yeah. On that note, no. Oh, for fuck's sake! What are you doing, Nick? You got your guitars in the background. That's cool.
Yeah, but I've been I'm actually right in the middle of editing Ryan's book right now, his new book, so I haven't been
Oh, okay.
playing
Ryan
much. Yeah.
What's the title for it?
Well, I don't know if I'm supposed
None
to
your
say,
business.
so.
That's the
None your
$20
business.
None
I got
your business.
it's going to be excellent. At least
Ryan
when,
is-
when I get finished with it.
Is it a sequel to the first book, or is it supposed to be a whole separate book?
This is a new thing. It's a new,
Okay.
and I mean, obviously, it's somewhat related, but it's going to be much different.
Hmm.
I don't
It's
know if you
called
guys
Fuck
ever tune
Files.
into Ryan's channel, but he has a playlist where it's him and Carl.
Yeah,
And those two together. I mean, unfortunately, Carl's kind of retired. He found a girl and he's ran off. But those two
Oh,
talking,
Christ.
I could listen to that. I'm about halfway through that playlist.
Carl finally got laid.
I
yeah.
think he always did get laid. I just think he did his thing. He moved on, and he's still a
Good-
friend of
good-
the show and all
Good
that.
for Carl. Yeah, cool. Yeah, he was on Masculine Geek once, I think, or twice. I remember the show that he did with Jack and Rob and got horribly drunk. It was really bad.
That was
Like,
a
yeah.
killer.
Yeah.
It was like a 4-hour
You got
marathon
really fucking
stream,
drunk.
wasn't it?
It was like 4 hours and some
hours.
change. Yeah,
One weekend. Yeah, I remember that. I remember
that
that.
was pretty. It was a dumpster fire.
No, those guys are good. When I was still working assembly, I would just listen to Ryan's channel all day. That was like my go-to to like keep me focused while I was doing nonsense. And he's so fucking good. Just the editing, the transitions, the voice, the music he picks. I look at that guy and I'm like, when I'm doing the gelatinous root shit for the tabletop business, like I try to model it off of that as much as I can. Each new trick I'm learning on Filmora is like, how does he do this? You know? And each time I go into the rabbit hole of video editing, I'm like, oh fuck, he must be doing this thing, this thing, this thing. Then I find some other layer of time and effort that he puts into the videos. All right, ditto for Da Vinci and stuff like that. He puts a lot of work into it.
Mm.
I wish his channel was bigger.
That's what she said.
Yeah, it's big enough. he and I were
That's big enough.
he and I were having
Size.
he and I were meeting today about his book, and so I set up a StreamYard so we could talk, and I forgot to make it private. So when I got
Oh,
in
that's
there,
what that was. Oh shit.
yeah. So when I got in there are all these people in the chat making comments. I was like, what the fuck? What's that?
That was pretty funny.
Yeah. So
I'm like, there's a boomer moment in there.
yeah, that's
Huh.
that's pretty indefensible. Yeah, but I had to tell him.
It's impromptu content. Listen, you're an improv artist. You
Well,
can't be blamed for your craft.
I didn't make it live, so they're just constantly there. I wonder when this thing's gonna start.
And someone said that you had stroked out.
Well, I did that too, but
Oh, okay. Or
That
stroked
was-
off.
that was not. Those are unrelated.
Two unrelated things that
Yeah, that's right.
have the same
There's
kind of
nothing
brain
better
chemistry.
for pre-show. Jake.
Yes, Chad, that is Clary. You don't even have to fucking ask.
See, Vince, it's actually a good thing you're on episode 200 and you got a full crew here.
That's true. It's kind of like a sort of an anniversary kind of thing. We've been doing this almost 4
shit.
years.
Fuck you,
Gotta
I didn't
Dante.
even notice that.
It
I
is.
gotta
somebody-
get Rob in here somehow too.
Somebody kick Dante out.
Somebody put Dante in timeout.
Somebody kick his ass out, motherfucker.
I like how a lot of the channels that we kind of all started, like they're all monetized now. Like you guys are monetized, Jack is monetized, Chad's
not monetized.
monetized, Bacon, the goddamn Bacon is monetized.
It's
know.
good to see Bacon and Chad monetized, and very quickly too.
Yeah.
Chad
Well,
took off like gangbusters. He's got some good stuff with his accounting and IRS stuff.
I was gonna say I don't monetize anything.
Well,
you have 1,000 subscribers
You
there,
you are in a hotel, Amos.
Yeah, I'm not. No, I'm not doing any like YouTube stuff. I'm just doing what I do.
What hotel are you at?
It's a Marriott here in Atlanta.
downtown.
Which one? Airport?
I'm in Duluth.
Okay.
The Duluth model.
Yeah.
I was going to say, is it the one on Peachtree? Because every
Oh,
other
yeah, there's, like,
road in
Peachtree
Everything's
Atlanta
up,
like,
is
everywhere.
Peachtree. Yeah, it's like Peachtree Street, Peachtree Road, Peachtree Lane. Crazy.
Then you just ask your Uber driver to just. I could see Dragon Count from here. Just drop me off. I'll just walk the rest of the way. I can't do this anymore.
No, actually, I've got. I mean, the hotel, the flight was all paid for, and I got a rental car too. So
Oh, that's
What about the
are you
hookers
a
and the blow?
engineer,
Are
IT or
they paying for
something, or
that,
what?
or is that out of your pocket?
no, I'm in politics.
No kidding. They wow.
Yep.
Crickets.
No, I just sent you a message, explaining what I do.
Email?
No,
What would you say?
No,
What do
not
you say
in the
you do
regular
here?
mail? Like the stamp.
Oh.
You have a jump to conclusions, Matt. That's what I want to know.
This is a very, very bad idea.
This is
Not
horrible.
gonna work here anymore.
Fucking your conjugal visits.
It's not that I'm lazy, it's that I don't care.
That's right. Do you want to just watch Kung Fu?
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Okay. Can we order one
Shit.
first? Okay.
Hey, the Bacon's in the house.
He is. He hasn't been on the Fortress lately. What the fuck, Bacon? You
James,
missed a
you're gonna
good one
read that as
yesterday.
James, the official voice.
He is.
of
He's the
okay,
voice
all
of
Of course
Masculine
I am.
Geek. Yeah, of course.
The goddamn. Provided somebody highlights it and leaves it up.
Put that shit back there. Who
Matt
Robert
Vent-
did that? I got to revoke your admin status, Robert.
Well, it's low. I mean, come on.
Wait, Robert's in charge of that?
Robert
No,
is also
Vince is in
a
charge of it.
I'm
but-
in charge, but Robert, everyone in Masculine Geek is a co-host, and
Let's see. The
Rollo
goddamn
and, Rollo
Bacon
and Drew as well.
says, "Add Aaron Clary, thanks in a huge part to you, man."
No problem with Bacon. You got to be in the right mood to listen to Bacon. And by right mood, I mean like you have the next 7 hours open and free to listen to his
I know,
one
right? He's got
podcast.
some
Yeah.
You know,
Really
I kind of feel like that with the great one over at Cynical Libertarian Society, except not a long time, but like you have to be in a mood where you are comfortable being angry. Because
Oh, I listened to that one you recommended with what's his face from Pushing Rubber Downhill.
Adam Piggott.
Adam Pick. Yeah, that was. I was laughing out loud at the last one.
Yeah. The Greasy Pole podcast.
Yeah, it's fucking hysterical. If you guys haven't checked it out, go over and.
Their stuff is pretty good. Like they have a podcast chemistry that is like really good. Like,
They really
got
play
good,
off.
like-
They play off each
Yeah,
other
they
well.
play-
I
yeah.
would like to. I would love to have them on the show. Actually,
Well, do you want me to get in contact with them? They'd
Pl-
love to be on.
please do. If you don't mind doing that, I would like to have
Okay.
them on MG.
I'm gonna email them right now.
Oh God, here we go. Yeah,
You just wanted him on, didn't you?
No, it's how it's how industrial and organized you are. Like, I'm going to email them right now.
Okay, let me hang on.
There's a
Let me
benefit.
ask a question. Let me ask a question onto the
Sure.
onto the panel here.
Sure.
All right. What would you guys prefer? To just do it and be done with it, or to have this obligation flying around your head like a mosquito at night?
No, I was hoping.
Yeah.
I was hoping you were going to add
Aaron,
it to your. I was hoping we were going to make your list of things to do.
Yeah.
His
and then you would
itinerary.
your itinerary. But you can
Yeah.
you can
You
email
mean
them
this
now.
list of things to do?
Yeah, please put us on there.
You
yeah.
type and print it out.
Yeah. Shut up, Amos.
Shut the fuck up.
There you go. I was waiting for it.
Task management alone.
No joking. I appreciate
Clary, how do you do it? You just suck a dick all the time for $20. I don't know how anything gets done in your life. You're just
not gonna
jerking
get
off
my
to
word.
the
That's some kind
squirrels
of
in your
task
backyard
management
because you got a nice
requirements.
bushy tail.
This is definitely one of our better shows. That's for sure.
Jesus, if this is one of the better shows, then God,
It's pretty bad. Yeah.
you might as well end it now.
We should just cut this off right now. Mute you all, you fucks.
No, I just want to say,
Okay, all right.
I appreciate the fact, Aaron, that you're doing that because, man, I can't get anybody in my local vicinity to do a whole lot. so-
Where's that?
Where are you located, TJ?
I'm not gonna. It's classified. T7.
What do you say? You're trying to get people in your local community to do something in person or to help you out on the internet?
to do anything, man. Like it's like I don't know.
Aaron, did you email them?
Yeah.
Oh,
Email.
no, I wanted to get your permission first to find out what would be the appropriate time in all of your guys'
Do that now.
normies' minds to
Do that
do
now,
it now.
yeah.
Would you
Do it
like
now,
me to
yeah.
do it now?
Please do
or-
that now. Yeah. Email this fucks
it.
now.
Do it right
Do
now.
it. We could do
Um,
it.
Now.
Let me see if I got your email as well. I'll put you all on the same.
Oh, don't even add. I'm going to slap you. I'm going to reach through.
How are they supposed to reach you, Vince?
You have my email.
I know, but I don't know if I got it on this one. So if I
Oh my
type in
God.
Vince.
God. He's
Oh, here
retarded.
you are. Yeah. All right, great one.
It's masculinegeek@gmail.com. Everybody knows this.
Oh, I thought I'm having it go to your other one.
You can have it go to the other one too. That's fine.
Okay, all right.
Either or is good.
Weren't we just running chicks down for talking about stupid shit?
It's I blame Aaron.
Speaking of task management, I found an app finally that it's called TickTick.
It's
I
called what?
finally found something.
Dictate.
Tick.
Oh, I
Tick.
thought you said dick take.
T is in
T.
transvestite.
Fantastic.
But must be the new phonetic. But I finally found something that basically has repeating tasks that you could set up. So if I want to like plot out my week, which is great because I'm managing part-time remote work and then I have self-employment, and between these two things, it's like a lot of
Oh, that's cool.
a lot of it's weird writing scripts because I've done 2 videos now, and the channel's already up to over 100 subscribers, which I'm happy about. But like now I have pressure. I have to like keep up that pace every single week, maybe more videos per week if I can help it. So, not having there's something to be said for not having tasks floating around your head constantly. If you could just wipe them out as soon as possible.
Okay, no, that's basically an app, right?
Yep, it's available
Okay.
for mobile as a web extension. That's pretty handy. And,
Okay.
no, I like it. I like it so far.
I still
Yeah.
do the Aaron Clary thing I do the higher end rollerball pens and fountain pens. I just write shit down on my notebooks. For me, I found that's easier.
Okay, so
Yeah.
I've emailed them.
Fantastic.
Now comes my favorite part,
Yes.
where I can cross it off the to-do list because it is.
Well,
done.
that's what I was hoping you would do. You
Yes.
could actually do it in person. You could add MG to the list, do the task online in person in the moment, and then
Look at that.
cross it out.
That's
We can see
right.
you. We can see you in action. It's like
Hang on. So this is one I just printed off today, right? You guys
Mhm.
see that, right? Take a look at this.
the fuck you doing over there? Did you actually include me in this email? What the fuck?
This is one that is like gone through, like TJ's mom. It's been pretty much.
Careful, princess.
Jesus Christ. Nice.
Yep.
Okay. Now, I have a question, and this is going to be great for posterity's sake. It's something interesting. And I'll segue into something else after that that's contextually related. Do you save those lists? Oh, this is going to be awesome. I love this shit. We're talking
This
about
is
the
gonna be-
creative
this is gonna
spark.
He's got a
You wanna
binder.
How much of a
Yes.
doorstopper do you think this is going to be?
It's going to be a
Archive
brick.
of
It's going to be a
short
fucking brick.
banners.
Yes, I do.
Dude, that's fucking... there we go. I fucking love it. See, now, remember I was
Now-
talking about the creative spark?
Yes.
Dark
Aaron,
horse
we need
meaning?
a biographer for you.
What? No,
That is
I'm-
the biography.
I'm
No,
against
no, no, no. It's part
biography.
of the biography.
That is
You have
the
to put it
biography.
into. You have to put. Thank you, Chad. You want to read that? What does that say there, James?
A super sticker, $1.99. Did you click the wrong one?
I didn't click anything.
I didn't either.
$2. Don't reach too deep in your pocket there, Chad.
Thank you, Nick.
You're welcome.
Yeah,
I
bump
mean,
it
with
up.
this kind of quality entertainment.
I know,
mean,
right?
you
It should
know.
be at least $20. I mean, $20 is $20. Or,
Hey,
or
hey,
let's
guys! You
adjust
shouldn't
for
be- you
inflation,
shouldn't- You shouldn't pick
$21.99.
on Chad. You shouldn't pick on Chad. All right, he has no car. He has like a $600 a month apartment or some cheap stuff like that.
Mhm.
He has no debt. He can barely get by on the money he makes. I mean, like for him to peel those $2 out of his wallet was a pretty big deal.
That's really fucking
that was-
sad. I
yeah.
feel bad. Should we get a Kickstarter up for him for his?
I don't know. Maybe
We gotta raise
GoFundMe?
at least $200.
Get a GoFundMe or something. Is that what we need to get for Chad? A GoFundMe?
OnlyFans.
An OnlyFans? Only glands?
So-
anyway, I was gonna defend myself here with this.
You like that?
What's the motto? Just the tip?
It's just the tip count. It says the tip counts, motherfucker. It's a picture of Clary smoking a cigar. So yes, Aaron, that's the thing I was talking about. Is that the creative spark? Like, what's the mechanism by how you do what you do, and that kind of thing I admire and respect. Now, I think it's in Europe. There's a physical archive wherein you can donate. The everyday person can donate their journals and their essays or whatever for people to read later as a cultural historical thing.
Mm.
You know how when you read a biography or someone's journal, it's usually someone famous,
Right.
whether that's an artist or president or a writer or what have you. And sometimes the most interesting things are from everyday people.
Right.
And
No,
that
Sorry,
might
go
be
ahead.
interesting to someone. Yeah, at least 5 people, 200 years from now.
5 old people in 200
5 people
years?
will be
Yeah,
interested in that in
wow.
about 200 years. Absolutely,
No,
absolutely.
the reason I did that is, and that's probably a third of the to-do lists I've done in my life, because the GF was saying you don't realize how much you work. And I for a while I was like, no, and you don't realize how much you do work. So she says, well, why don't you take your to-do lists and save them? Because I would always look at the to-do list that was there on the table that had a bunch of things left to do. You don't realize literally the tens, if not hundreds of thousands of things you've accomplished throughout your life. And so I say, all right, well, I'll save them and I'll put them in a binder. And this is just since I came to South Dakota. So that's like a year and a half.
Wait, that one binder is a year and a half?
And one binder is just merely a year
Holy
and a
shit.
half.
So if you had done that when you first started, how many binders?
Oh,
do you think you'd have?
I'd probably have like 5 or 6 binders by now.
Oh shit, that's awesome. Okay,
Yeah.
that's really cool. So you do the 3-hole punch, and then you every time you do a list, you do you sign it? Do you doing anything with the binder, or what are you doing?
No, I mean, inevitably the list gets too clogged up, and you can't write new stuff down, because
Yeah.
anytime I got an idea or I ought to do this, I write it down so I don't forget. I mean, and I'm not kidding. That is probably the number one thing to my success, is because it makes sure there are no loose ends. There's nothing I forget. I have a very tight. I run a very tight, efficient ship.
Yeah.
And so, but as you go through and you cross them out and new stuff comes along, they get cluttered. And so you got to, take off all the old stuff on the master copy that I have on my computer, add the new stuff, and it cleans it up. And then I don't know, maybe last a day, 2 or 3 days before I gotta get a new
Okay.
one.
What
but
kind of, do you use any kind of specific paper or anything that you have?
I use rectangular paper.
No, what I mean is, it like, can it be like a piece of like legal paper, or do you grab like a bill or something else and write over it? Like, it doesn't matter what your list is made of. I mean, what do you?
No, I mean, for the most part, I have it. It's just
Rectangular
a
paper, you
notepad
fucker.
document
Okay.
with everything on the computer, and I can, I just update it and print it. That's why it's cleaner.
Oh,
and
okay,
neater.
gotcha.
But I've been like in Vegas where we didn't have a printer. I was just using regular notepads and writing them out.
Gotcha. James, would you mind reading that?
I don't mind at all. Let's see here. Chad Elkin says, if only he was that diligent with his bookkeeping and tax records.
Wow. I am his best client. I'm his best.
Do you show up with, do you like send a shoebox of receipts
No,
to?
do not do that to accountants. That pisses them. That's for a bookkeeper.
Okay. Well, I remember when you were out here, when James and I met up here, you were at my apartment, and I took you to Wawa for a hoagie.
Mm.
And you're like, oh, I'll pay for that.
Yeah.
And I think the bill came to under $20, and $20 is $20, but it came to under $20, and you asked for a receipt.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That was for your book. That was for your
none
IRS
of you are my
bookkeeping.
friends. None of you are my friends. You're all my business associates.
We're business associates.
You're business associates.
Okay,
I don't like
gotcha.
any of you.
So if we come visit you in Vegas, are we going to get like an itemized bill at the end of it that we have to
I will
sign?
not give you a bill, but like, let's say we're to go for food and entertainment, and we were to actually discuss podcasting, or if you want to run this on the show or whatever.
That's why you bring up business. Okay.
Well, and also we do talk about it naturally as well, but
Of course.
it allows for not all, because I believe food and entertainment is only 50% deductible. But yeah, you save your receipts and all that. And if I ever get audited and they say, well, who's this Vince guy? I say, oh, that's Vince from Masculine Geeks. They're like, oh yeah, that has to be business because there's no way anyone would visit him for social reasons. You're like, that dick. Oh God, yeah. Make 100%. You don't need 50%.
That is funny.
But no, in my defense, I always make sure to get my taxes done as quickly as possible, so I don't have to worry about them. And so I am usually the very first person to have his income statement and Schedule E and documents to Chad.
Okay, so food was 100% deductible last year or this year, but not 2023. Okay,
probably due to COVID.
Hey, since we have both Cappy here and Amos, how do you say it again in Mandarin, Amos?
The $20 is $20. Yeah.
Come on, you got to do it since Cappy's here.
He did let it go.
I did. It's so you just say Arshakwai. See, Vince is a little better at it than Cappy.
Well, that's because that's what Vince says anyway when he's drunk.
Yeah.
Everybody does.
Amos is just worried about having to get registered as a foreign agent. Now they speak.
That's right. Yeah.
Hey,
I was gonna say Cappy made a good point about expenses. Actually, for me, if I go out with anyone to eat, and if I talk anything political, like that could help me with my work, I can use my business card. So,
okay.
And I don't have to pay for it.
Cool. Good, Aaron.
You'd be amazed what is. I mean, if you think about it, what's involved in running a business, because as normal humans throughout, it is normal for you to go to Office Depot. I need some paper. But if you run a business, you're like, oh, I got to run down to Office Depot. You're still thinking like a human. It's like, no, why are you running to Office Depot? To get paper for your business, right? Yeah, that's deductible. So any cost associated with running your business is a tax deductible expense. So it's a. I wish people
supplies or operational supplies, one or the other. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm trying to think what else would be. You wouldn't think about it. Like, okay, let's say Vince comes to town, right? And I pick him up at the airport. The gas I put in my truck to pick Vince up because he's not a friend. That is a tax deductible expense. But you'd just be thinking like, oh, this is just, I go to the gas station.
You're making it really you're enticing for me to come
None
out
of
there.
you guys have look, none of you come out to Jersey again where everyone pisses in the river. It'd be great. Let's go pick up chicks in Philadelphia. No chicks in Philadelphia. Oh no.
Actually, there's very beautiful chicks in Philadelphia. You wouldn't know that because you don't come out here.
I came out there like 2 or 3 times now.
You weren't, but you weren't wandering.
Sure, there aren't as many attractive chicks in Philly as there is in Rapid City.
I will agree there. There are. If you come to South Dakota, that we will not be going scoping for chicks unless all of a sudden you got a hankering for girthy gals all of a sudden. But no, but
Mom. Yeah, well, definitely. I would not mind coming out to visit you in Vegas.
Okay, well, I'll be in Vegas this winter. So
how long are you staying there till?
That I don't know. I will be probably going to Asia for at least 1 month. I'm going to fly out there on the 21st.
Why?
Because that's when the flight I bought is.
No. Why are you? God, he's retarded. Why are you going to Asia?
Oh, because I want to start scoping out places to buy property overseas.
You do realize that Asians hate white people.
I don't really care.
Depends on which Asians.
That's true, but there's certain countries you as a white man can buy land.
I'm aware.
All right, just
I was a sovereign analyst.
I'm assuming that Aaron is not flying to one of the countries where he's not.
I'm not going to like North Korea, Vince. Yeah, I know.
The man writes down when he's going to take a shit. You don't think he's checked this out?
He wrote Bachelor Pad Economics.
Is a flush a business expense?
Hey, Aaron, did you know if you go to the Nordic countries, there's going to be snow there? Well, thanks there, Vince. What would I do without you, travel agent?
I'm just checking with you, just making sure.
You didn't build a house in an area where flights are like $1,000 and wondering, why does nobody visit me?
Yeah, TJ and I were looking at flights out to South Dakota, like $1,500 for like cargo.
So we're just making sure you actually know what you're doing. I mean,
I am merely going out to reconnoiter a couple countries.
Unlike yourself, we consider you a friend, so making sure you're going to be okay. And
I'm aware that certain countries you are not allowed to buy property.
Yeah, Nick's lady boys don't get a hold of you.
Is Vietnam one of the countries you're going to be visiting?
No, I may visit for fun, but I probably will not go there because again, it's the place you can't buy property.
Right.
And then also they have currency controls. I've had several clients who they got say $500,000, but they can't get it out of the country.
Yeah.
And so I'm somewhat reluctant to go to what is still officially a communist nation. Yeah. And so
I just know that was a country. I had some acquaintances that were looking at land there as far as, but it's all the things you've said, although it was tempting for them because there were some really beautiful things that they were looking at where they could have resided. But
I'm thinking I'll be going to the Philippines for sure. I'm going to visit Thailand because Seth Himes is there. He said I could crash with him, so I'll go hang out with Seth. He does that indemandcareers.com. He teaches kids to do digital marketing and SEO optimization so they don't have to go to college.
Okay.
But then I'm also thinking Malaysia, Indonesia.
Indonesia,
okay. There's a piece me wants to do like New Caledonia, some of that South Pacific. Just to check that out, but I'm sure it has its drawbacks. And then next year, sometime when it's warmer, I'll be doing Eastern Europe. To check that out. But
I've heard good things about Belize and some places down there.
Yeah, I might do Belize, but I could. The thing about that or Central America, it's in our hemisphere. It's just, south. It's not too far away.
Yeah.
Whereas this is okay. Go and do it. But that's. But I'll be gone for about a month, and I don't know what month that's going to be. But I'll let you know. But
are you going to be doing any shows or anything while you're over there?
Yeah, probably. probably not as much. I may take the whole month off from asshole consulting just so I can like focus on, because this isn't going to be fun. This isn't like, oh, let's go check out a Thai boxing
this is
thing.
some serious stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, this is scope it out. You know, like check out the banks.
Traps on the beach.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not like when TJ went out to New Hampshire to look for a honeymoon suite for him and Vince. So it's a totally different thing, right?
I'm sorry, did you say something?
I'm sorry.
Whatever came of that, TJ? I mean, are you still thinking about that seriously?
Yeah. I mean, I've learned what is it? Men plots, God laughs type thing. I'm not saying I'm still looking at it. I've taken some serious thought, but like this is something I kind of plan out like a military operation. So I spend a lot of time thinking about it, unlike Aaron Clary. So we'll still see.
Yeah.
My ultimate goal is to get over to New Hampshire, but we'll see what happens over here. Like I'm not hell bent on going over there if stuff changed over here, you know?
Right.
But that's kind of my goal if things don't change over here. So that's kind of my thought.
Well, plus there seems to be some weird stuff going on in the housing market here.
Stop talking over each other. Shut up.
Like 4 people.
Yes.
So what was the question?
You first, Robert.
Oh, I was just saying right now the housing market has some interesting stuff going on, so I can understand you not wanting to make any snap decisions.
So just to give a quick kind of summary, my house has a basement that I'm going to renovate and I'm going to turn the house into a duplex. And then I'm going to sell it, and it's obviously going to increase the value regardless of the interest rates. And my thought is once that's done, I can either, worst case scenario, I can rent out one of the floors and then live in the other one, and that pays for the mortgage. Or I can just sell the house, take the money, go buy a house in New Hampshire for, ideally it would pay for a good chunk of it. We're talking like 60-70% of the house would get paid for. So that's kind of my plan for now, but I've learned to just be able to roll with the punches when it comes to stuff coming up. Like I had no idea that interest rates were going to go up this high last year when I started working on this stuff. So really is going to depend. I don't have any assets or any real estate over there. It's just me looking at kind of an ideal place for me to move to, but I'm not like hell bent on moving there. Like come hell or high water. If there was something to keep me here, but right now it just isn't happening.
Gotcha.
Well, guys, thanks for having me on the show. I'm gonna go to not bed just yet, but get some sleepy tea and kind of wind down and get a good night's rest. So,
all right.
But it was good to talk to you guys. And then, as always, you have an invite to Rapid City, but yeah, come on out to Las Vegas.
Down to Las Vegas.
Down to Las Vegas, yes. Unless you're in one of the fewer towns that are south of Las Vegas, but it is generally down. So. And Vince's not here, right? He took off?
Yeah, no? He signed off. He's done with us.
Okay. A little boy must have come home, so. All right. I'll see you guys later.
Not Cappy.
Yeah. He must be visiting the latrine.
Yeah, that or he needed some more wine to drink out of his classy Cobra Commander glass.
If y'all have a house up in the Pacific Northwest, it's got to be a lot more difficult to escape.
My house has still gained value since I bought it, even with interest rates going up. And if I completely renovate it, it's going to be I'm gonna be able to sell for a pretty good chunk of change. Like our real estate market is really hard to crack as far as like other areas around the country, the real estate values are collapsing. Like Florida, I think parts of Texas, but I don't think in my area, I don't think you can lose. If you buy a piece of real estate, you're almost in the Seattle area, you really can't lose. Now the house I used to own that I sold, it hasn't gained any value since last year, whereas mine has gained like I think 10% or 12% value. And if I get the renovations done, it's going to be even more because it's going to be a duplex. So real estate. So it's going to be appealing to a real estate investor who has just cold hard cash. So they don't care about interest. They're not going to care about interest rates. See, this is the thing that people don't understand about housing. If your house is sellable to someone who has just cash, real estate interest or mortgage interest rates really don't affect them. That's not part of their. They're not thinking about a mortgage rate. They don't have to deal with that. They can just buy the house outright. So that's kind of the plan for right now.
Faggot.
What? Yeah,
we lost the faggot. That's fucking.
Yeah, Chad, but trust I've already owned it for a year, and it'll probably be a year before I've done the research on that one. But it's a good point. You don't want to have to, because if you sell your house before 2 years and you make over $250,000 off the sale, it's a short-term capital gains, which is different from long-term. So, food for thought.
Apparently.
Yeah. And parts of Texas are collapsing, especially out east, which is where I'll be looking at property next. Grab maybe a tiny home out there, build something larger if you want to keep the property. If not, just use it for low-scale farming between remote work and, I don't know, enjoy the fishing besides that. Use it as a home base for travel.
Do some homesteading kind of thing?
Yeah. We've gone out there a couple of times, and chickens are really fucking easy to handle. You want to make an investment of about like
chickens
$300 to $500. Yeah.
Yeah, you can buy them cheap.
Yeah. Super easy to manage. Just they just eat all the ticks on your property.
Yeah, they
don't have to do much.
Yep.
And the feed is less expensive than buying eggs. So.
Yeah.
Of course, if you're in a more rural area where you have to drive 20 minutes to a given grocery store, then you're saving not just money but time
and gas.
So, I was just reading an article yesterday that said that the price of eggs is up 40% over just last year.
Correct.
Yep. So.
But hey, guys, inflation's not happening. It's capped out, right? It's just
it's not real.
Nice.
It's all
it's a 10%. No, we're revaluing your property and telling you that your property taxes are going to go up by 30%. But the numbers of inflation, I assure you.
Yeah.
Any of you guys fans of Fleetwood Mac?
I heard about what's her name?
Okay.
Christine McVie. Yeah, Christine McVie of Fleetwood Mac passed away. So.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh, that's sad.
I gotta head out, gents, but good chatting.
Good seeing you, TJ.
See you next week for the
Catch you on the flip side.
Painting episode. Dirty whore.
Painting.
Yes. We shit talk and we paint D&D minis.
It's kind of like a sewing bee.
Except we don't sew. Yeah. It's more like D&D ASMR.
See, I'd like to see like a Bob Ross thing, but like painting minis.
There you go.
Well, that's what we do.
Except I ain't painting any happy trees on my Klingon ships. So that's just not happening.
No, and all my...
You can 3D print some happy trees and paint those.
Yeah, no.
Yes, you can. There's something to be said for terrain.
Absolutely.
Especially when I was talking with Jeffro Johnson earlier tonight. We're thinking of I'm pressuring him to grab more territory in the tabletop RPG space. And one of those is a re-release of Chainmail. I've been discussing copyright law, trademark, stuff like that recently, because people in my industry have a completely fucked impression of how copyright, trademark, etc., and patents work. Spoiler, they're completely wrong about everything. They were thinking, people in my industry think on the basis of a few lawsuits which were sort of successful on the part of TSR and WotC, that they have like these stranglehold on all tabletop game mechanics. Where in no other industry is this the case. What he found in reality was there was like the lawsuits that TSR won or settled for were instances in which people were engaged in specific trademark infringement. They would say that their products were for AD&D, for instance. And this is trademark infringement. You can't do it. So now the common wisdom is like, oh, well, WotC put out a open gaming license. And if you want to avoid getting sued, you just use the open gaming license and you're fine. It's not actually the case. You still can engage in copy and trademark infringement. The OGL does not provide you any legal rights that you didn't have already. It just specifies more restrictions, potential legal restrictions. It's a license, is what my friend Particularist calls it. It makes absolutely no goddamn sense. So I was looking at Chainmail recently and looking at the structure of the rules, and I was like, oh, I could pretty easily make a set of cards or make a set of pages that referenced all of these in a fashion that would not even be approachable by WotC's trigger-happy paralegals, and just re-release it with the Broasar sticker.
Cool.
It's fun.
Sounds like it.
I got too many shits in the pipe. That's not a phrase, but I guess it is now. But
you just made it up. You got
a clock that.
You got to put that on a shirt or something, or some.
Too many shits in the pipe.
I was gonna say, is this kind of like what you were talking about with the?
Lean it further down a little bit. Dwarves.
Yeah, it's like the roll aids.
Oh, roll aids, yeah.
Yeah, back for elves and dwarves. And then at the bottom, it has the thing that says presented by the editors of roll aids for use with Advanced Dungeons and Dragons role-playing game. And then under it, it says Advanced Dungeons and Dragons is a registered trademark of TSR, yada, yada. But yeah, this is stuff that was like D&D stuff that was published, but not, for D&D, for AD&D, but not by TSR. And there's some of that. There was a lot of stuff going on back then. I mean, the whole thing
that happened a lot. Yeah, that happened a lot in the 80s.
Yeah. Well, it was like the stuff with Colosseum or whatever over the Elric stuff and like the original deities and demigods and things like that. So, and the Cthulhu stuff.
Yeah. Well, yeah, the H.P. Lovecraft. Even though that wasn't the estate let Lovecraft's art lapse as far as any kind of copyright is concerned. But they still didn't want it to. They didn't want to market it like that. They thought it was in poor taste. So they removed it from the second printing. So
yeah, I'm glad I've got the original, so that has the Cthulhu and Elric stuff in it.
Nice. That's not common.
Yeah, a couple thousand went out originally. So
no, it's fun. It would be easier to keep this many irons in the fire if I could find freelancers who were worth a damn and or reliable, or somebody I could like grow businesses with. But like finding any kind of help is
tricky. Good luck. Yeah,
yeah. Everybody's either in a bad situation or they're very much insistent on talking about it, and you can't do anything. And I get it. It seems like everybody is perpetually in a bad. Like there's some people who are perpetually in a bad situation. I can never get anything out of them.
Well, they wind up putting themselves there. That's the problem. And you trying to get work out of them is just going to be an exercise in futility.
Yeah,
but I've noticed that's become worse these last 2 years, which is odd, because you'd think they'd have more free time to actually take commissions and assignments, but it's still like pulling teeth. And even
laziness is like a forward momentum snowball effect.
Yeah,
it just keeps.
It usually depends on the pay scale, I find. If I'm going for people who you could pay a lot of money, generally speaking, it's going to be. You still get the issues with artists who perform at the high end.
Yeah, I've got anecdotal evidence to say that the money doesn't even matter. Yeah, I'm not going to get into it, but yeah, I'm dealing with that now. Yeah. So I'd like to say, oh, if I paid this guy like more than he wanted, maybe I'd have my shit by now. No, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
No.
Nope.
I don't know. It seems like you're almost better at dealing with professionals, but when you're dealing with professionals that are known within certain industries, if Wizards or Fantasy Flight or someone like that comes along, they can't tell those guys no, because you're some small independent. This is a one-off. If I burn a bridge with you, yeah, you may talk bad about me on Twitter, but if I burn a bridge with one of these bigger game companies, that could affect my livelihood in the long run. So, you are going to get backburnered for any projects that come from them.
That's what
not all artists
me
are
about
like
the
that,
past
but...
2 years.
Mm-hmm.
No, but it is a major factor.
Yeah.
Like when it comes to voice work, like I can do voice work now because I have a stable place to live. I have my studio apartment here, which is my recording studio. I sound fantastic. The audio is great. I have video editing now. But the commissions were all a year ago when I was still, or over a year ago when I was still living in New Jersey. And you get these economic pressures on people, especially with creative types. And it's just like all of these little bumps in the road seem to snowball so much faster for us. Insofar as, because people get worried about putting out a quality thing. Like if my audio sounds like shit, I can't do an audiobook. There's a certain bar of quality that it needs to be at for me to even send in a submission. So if I get any little bumps in the road, that snowballs into, well, this recording session is done. This is fucked, not usable. I have to try again for some other 8-hour time slot that I'll have in the week.
Well, I know for certain
multiple commissions. Go ahead.
Well, I know for certain commercials, I have to go into a studio to do it. Even as well as I can do it from home, they want you to come into whatever the advertising company is and record in their studio, which is fine because they're paying for the studio time and they're paying you for whatever you agreed to do the spot for. And that's always different than doing the stuff on radio, because the stuff on radio, if it's your account, then you get a larger percentage than it's just part of, hey, we pay you for your 4 hours, you need to cut these promos for us. So which is all different. But my problem right now is, apparently over the last couple of years I have expressed non-Marxist opinions. And apparently that irritates certain people within the gaming industry. Who knew? So that's kind of burnt some bridges with some people, which is sad because I'm like the same guy they had over to their house and everything else. It's just, silly me for not being a big fan of big government. Or anyone having control over your life other than yourself. So,
because all those protesters in China, they're totally cool.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they're fine. they're good.
I like Babylon B.
Let's support them.
Babylon B said right-wing conspiracy theorists, anti-science people, protesting in another country, and it was like, And I listened to the videos. It's like they're straight up saying no lockdowns, no masks, no no forced quarantine.
Well, the funny thing is, it's like I don't know that I've ever seen you. We've talked politics and you've expressed things here, but as far as your Twitter and your social media stuff, I don't know that I've ever, not to say that you haven't done so, but I don't think I've ever seen you really express politics there, unless it's maybe industry politics as far as gaming fandom, gaming community, that kind of stuff maybe, but never politics, right, left, what have you. So,
he posted a lot of libertarian shit.
Yeah,
he's been posting a lot of that for a while.
Yeah, and I still kind of do. I'm a little more cautious of certain things.
Well, I was talking about James as far as.
James. I think.
Yeah, James. I don't. Yeah, you. I don't. So I don't think.
I thought you were talking about Amos.
No.
Yeah.
I was talking about you
Like,
as far
what?
as with offers for voice work drying up. I know why some of mine has dried up. It's because I've expressed the wrong. I'm not expressing groupthink as far as socially, but I've never seen you do that. That doesn't mean that you haven't,
so
I haven't missed it.
I don't know the people, and my foot in the door disappeared.
Okay.
So that was it. So I'm just gonna have to talk to people and ask them about see you, Nick.
Mm-hmm.
And just that, like, ask people like you, like, who do I contact?
Have you approached anyone at ADV to do anything? ADV. They're one of the anime studios that were down in Texas, actually.
I'm gonna write those guys down.
Let's say, did we lose Nick?
Yeah. He said goodbye.
Okay.
He did in the private chat.
Is that sorry? So is that a word or is that an acronym?
Letters: Alpha, Delta, Victor, ADV. I'm not sure if they're still doing stuff, but they were based out of Texas and were doing dubbing and stuff.
They're a distributor too, aren't they?
I think I was following those guys. Let me check.
So I mean, you ought to put a do a demo. You use your narration voice and then do a couple character voices and stuff, and send them a demo.
Yep.
Yeah.
Definitely do some cold calling.
I
had a friend of mine at work that had a voice similar to yours, and he created 5 fake commercials.
I don't have time for that.
No, you don't have to do 5. I'm just, no, hang on.
I know the story of this.
I'm just letting you know that Robert's letting you know, create a demo. I'm letting you know, create a demo. I'm just saying he cold called companies with 5 2 to 3 minute, not even commercials that he created himself, cleaned them up and sent them out, and now works in the industry. I'm just letting you know.
No, I appreciate it. You've told me that before, and I hear stuff like that. I'm like, God, that'd be great if I had time for that.
It's not that hard. I used to have to write my own commercials, both for real products and also just for auditions.
I think it is that hard. Things like I'm doing it on the other channel right now, writing scripts and stuff like that, and going. I must record like 50 takes for like a chunk of stuff because I'm so like unhappy with certain stuff.
If you could afford it,
it's easier now that I have the videographer. What's up?
If you could afford it, I mean, write up a script, give it to like a videographer, have him, have him consult you on, and have him do all the shooting, and maybe some editing.
No, they're not. No, I'm not talking about video commercials. I'm talking about audio.
You're right.
I'm not. Fake radio commercials.
Yeah, it's just
yeah.
I don't make video.
Or even just voiceover of something.
Well, that's the problem. Is developing the script takes me time. Which is what I'm kind of hoping the second channel, or not the second, the second channel, the channel does is it gives me more of a foot in the door again, and I can send maybe as part of that like spin-offs of fake content.
James, take a
fake
well-known
advertisement there.
Take a well-known product now and a commercial that you think is funny or you like, and change the product to some shit that you made up. And sell it.
That might be easier.
Yeah, just take something that's already there and just like, hey, have you struggled with blah? Well, no more. Because if you take this right now, this is going to happen to you in your life. But whatever, it doesn't fucking matter. But you take the product that already exists, the commercial that already exists, and put in your own fun product. Like Clary's...
That's a pretty clever solution.
Like Clary's throat. Like, do you suffer from whatever, like the throat numbing thing that Clary has? Have fun with it. Doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah.
Does your wife suffer from gag reflex?
Yeah,
what I would probably do is I would take video game trailers,
exactly,
and descriptions of features and stuff like that.
Exactly, and then change them up into something completely different and something you think you would like and fun. Now you have you already have a script and an outline, and you're not.
Yeah, and you just do it.
There's no infringement upon anyone's work. You're just
Yeah, because it's just a demo anyway.
Yeah, you're not selling anything for money. It's just like a demo of your voice, and they can hear the range and the tone of your voice based on different context of whatever you're trying to sell.
It's like
selling
in a world of wooden ships and iron men. Just do it. I mean, that's all it is, and you just do a bunch of that random stuff.
In a world filled of hate, one man steps forward.
Yeah, that's all it is.
Wooden nickels.
Exactly. No wooden nickels. Keep the wine flowing and keep that lead flowing down range.
Don't
you can even fucking use that
and collect the weed. Yeah, I mean, that's what it
fucking
is.
care.
Yeah,
do a fake audio commercial for
that was the issue I was having. Was the fucking was writing scripts? It takes me fucking ages.
Yeah, absolutely.
Once I start reading them out, it's a little bit easier. If I try to add, one thing I found is if I try to ad lib a script and then move on to it.
There you go. Read this.
There you go. Read this in like a very.
Eric Perry says, "I'm not the only president, but I am also a client."
There you go. You have a script right there. You could do a fucking like some kind of weird Cialis thing. Throw Aaron
You could
Clares
do like
in.
those ads they do on podcasts. I don't know. Not only do I sell this, I also use it myself or something. I don't know.
And just so you know, I don't know if you're aware of this. I may have talked about this before, but licensing, we're talking about licensing and trademarks and shit. You can, when you're dealing with people as companies, you can also enter into a licensing deal for your voice.
Mm-hmm.
So when a company hires you to do a commercial and you do that, your contract that you settle with them is, okay, well, you get this for a year. You don't have it in perpetuity. And when the year is up, we renegotiate to continue using my voice. Like you can license out your voice.
Mm-hmm.
So you have a perpetual stream of income coming to you. It's not like, all right, well, it's one and done and I never see another dime from this company again. You can you legally license your voice. So
probably easier to get into once I have a few more once I have like a paid portfolio.
Well, there's a podcast.
But if I have enough people asking, I could probably get away with asking one or two.
Well, no, yeah. There's a podcast I'm going to send you. I've bookmarked it specifically for you. I'm going to send that to you within the next day or so, and I want you to listen to it and take notes. Yes. So it's right up your alley, and it's a lot of stuff we're talking about. So yeah. So yeah, get on that shit. See. All right. We are coming up on the 2-hour mark, and I have to say, thank you, Drew, for being sick. This actually turned into a rather marvelous 200 episode random guest, just kind of shit talking and having fun podcast or video or whatever the fuck it is we do here. Broadcast. There we go. With the voice of Masculine Geek himself, Mr. James Streisand.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. So we're gonna call it a night because I have to work in the morning. So there. Everyone in the chat who is joining us now, all 7 or 8 of you, thank you for being here. Always a pleasure to interact with you. And anyone who's listening later for that 12 minutes that you on average listen, thank you. Appreciate it. And we're going to say goodnight to you. So next Wednesday will be a D&D live stream, D&D mini painting and just kind of shit talking with Robert and I, and anyone else who would like to join to hang out is fine. If you do some painting, mini painting, you can also join us as well. I'll send out a link if you drop a DM in Twitter. So, without further ado, Robert, where can everyone find you?
Bjorn, Cleric of Thor. No. Robert Friesland on Instagram and Twitter.
There you go. James, how about yourself? Plug your shit.
You can find a certain person with a familiar voice on Gelatinous Rube or at Gelatinous Rube on YouTube. You can also find me at Asher Creativity on Twitter.
Fantastic. Good stuff. And last and least, no, not least, Mr. Amos.
I mean, Amos Joe on Twitter. I mean, it's pretty political stuff.
There you go.
We figured,
Okay.
but yeah.
Indeed. All right, everyone. Enjoy your weekends until next Wednesday. Keep those home fires burning. Actually, James, you do it.
Give me what's the script? Keep the fires burning. Keep the lead flowing down range.
Flying down range.
Flowing down range.
Flying.
Keep the wine firing.
Flying. No, Jesus Christ. Oh, you already fucked it up. You're fired. You're fired.
I'm doing it intentionally.
I know you are.
Don't pick up any
every wooden nickel you see.
That's right. And we are